it is an hour earlier. I am painting or drawing Tim Wilmot today, who is not only a fabulous watercolor artist, but an incredible gardener. And Annette from our group, she put me on to Tim the other day and said, if you need somebody to draw as a gardener, think about Tim Wilmot. And she sent me a link, and I'm not sure if I have it here. But I will send it in our group chat afterwards. Anyway, he has spent thousands on his garden, but it is incredible. It's like super tropical, all these fabulous plants, and I would love to draw from it. It would be incredible. All right, so we are going to, this is probably our last YouTube that I'm going to be on live for Mayflowers. So thank you for joining. Hey, Sarah. Hi, C. Hi, Julie. Sarah and C are up very early. And Julie, good morning, good morning. All right. Did you guys know that Tim Wilmot had an incredible garden? I'm going to start sketching him so that I get his portrait sketched. Because if not, I do have to leave at the hour mark at 7. Yeah. Hey, Nick, how are you? Nick says, oh, you're here. Yes, I am here. I have to take Jordan to the station this morning, and she has to be in the city early because they're going to look at apartments, and I think the realtor is meeting them at 10, and it takes an hour to get in and half an hour to walk up. So I'm like, you better leave early. So she's like, can you take us to the station? I'm like, sure, I'll take you to the station. So that was last night, and I'm like, oh gosh, I better tell people that I'm going to be on an hour early for our last Mayflower. Isn't it crazy? If I get a chance to, actually, I'll just make another live with all of the Mayflowers. I think that will be nice. Yeah, Nanette from our group in Germany, she, I know that she's taken lots of Tim's classes, and she approached me and said, oh, you have to check out Tim's garden. He's incredible. If you look up Tim Wilmot and garden, I think he's on, like, there's a link on, or there's a YouTube video of him giving a tour of his garden. I don't think it's his site. He may have a link to his site, but I think he was interviewed by somebody. So yeah, it's pretty spectacular. I'm kind of sad that we're going to be done with this month. I know that it's exciting what we're going to go into, but yeah. Good morning, Meryl. Oh my goodness. Hi, Annette. Annette, we were just talking about Tim. I'm not sure if you can add links in the chat. Maybe I can add a link in the chat, but that would mean me having to stop and search for this. Good morning, Melissa D. How are you? Nick says, what a kind mum you are. Yeah, we do everything for our kids. That's okay. At least they're going in and meeting with a real estate agent themselves. She's going in with one of the girls who is going to be renting with her. And yeah, they need to do that themselves for sure. See, Ashley, she had her place rented and secured in the January before going into the next year. Like, so it would have been for Jordan this past January. Which is weird because I thought she would not be as prepared, but I think where Ashley is, it's a smaller town, so there's less availability, whereas Toronto, they're building all these high rises, and yeah, she doesn't mind living in that. She wants to live in a high rise. So today is the last live day, Nanette. Oh, thank you, Annette. Yeah, today is the last live day. We do have, like, we have a morning Zoom tomorrow, but I meant just live on YouTube because the first is on Sunday. So we're going to be going right into June and June palettes, which I'm excited about. I think I may spend the weekend working on sketches. So you know how I did this sketch? I think you've all seen the oh, it's not in that book. Oh, here. So you know how I did this sketch of the watercolor still life that I took from the picture of the Botanica Collective. I think I may use a sketchbook and just work from my sketches for the month. I know it'll be more work for me because I won't have just the reference photos sitting there, but I think it'll also be really good to just work from my memory bank and use the colors in their like purest forms if I'm going to work from the palettes. Does that make sense? Like, it's more of a challenge for me to do that, but it also is less distracting. So use my sketches as the rough, the plan. That's the plan. Okay, making his face a little bit skew-iffy. So Annette, have you seen his garden? Did you go over and see his garden? Okay, I think I've got this too narrow. His eyes need to come up. All right, Pikes, you don't get to come down here and be noisy. No. Okay, sorry everybody. Good morning, Heike. Yeah, Melissa D says you have to hustle for apartments anywhere these days. And they're crazy expensive as well. Nanette Martin says, okay, got it. And Melissa D says, I might do pattern or pattern elements and make different colorways with the different palettes. That's a great idea. Also, this way, just don't put too much pressure on yourself. So you know how you say I may make palettes, if you only make the one palette, or if you only make the one pattern, rather, if you make patterns, then do that for the day, but then you know that you can make different, oh, just do one pattern and do it different ways every single time. You could do that. Hi Esty, I was thinking to prepare a kind of coloring book from my pictures and then dealing with the colors. Oh, that's a great idea as well. Really great idea. I mean, I think looking at the images, there are only certain specific, like Meryl, you posted one of Andy Warhol. Like those are really, they're quite limited palettes. The others you can really push and pull, I think. I mean, it's good to have a limited palette like that. That'll push you to do different things. It's gonna be a fun month for sure. I know I'm going to be away for 10 days towards the end of it, but I will, what I'm hoping to do is try to get ahead, and if I do get ahead, I will video myself, and this way you guys will have the video so you can see how I went about it. Okay, well, I think I'm making him a younger Tim. We'll see. I'm going to get some structure to his face on here now. Looking at the shadows. Getting the distances right. Yeah, I think I've made his face too narrow, but we'll see. I think I could come out slightly. Melissa D says, yes, maybe change the pattern every week or few days. That, yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Then that definitely won't be too overwhelming. And then if you feel like doing more, then you can. Okay, I'm going to get his eyes in so that we have, so that you know where they are. I have a darker pink. I have this one. This one's the same. I need to clean my pastels. Maybe a little bit wider, his face, and Um, what is the theme of the month of June? June is palettes. June palettes. So we're taking paintings. Everyone's submitting a painting, Heike, and then we're taking the palette from the painting of the day and creating something with it. So I'm gonna probably be looking at interiors and still life. You know, I may throw in a bird and add that. And then some people like Melissa D, she's thinking about doing patterns. Some people may just do pattern or palette swatches. Okay, his lips need to be much further down. He doesn't, because this photo is so flat that I found of him, there's not too much light. I'm trying to really squint to see where I can figure out where that light is and get a little bit more structure to his face. Did Nanette say she has seen the... Oh, Annette, I'm looking for a link. Oh, she's still looking for a link. You may not be able to post it here. Nanette says, I'm undecided as what to do, but I know I want to keep it simple so I can keep up. June, yeah, if you, Heike, if you go to Substack, I can send you the link to the post because it kind of explains everything. Also, if you look at yesterday's morning video with Reb, I kind of show you an example. I would show you today again, but I will show you at the end if you stick around. Okay, his hair is way too high. Okay, so this is where I start correcting because I obviously haven't caught him in just the initial sketch. And I need to catch him. So definitely made him younger, and I think his face is, I need to bring this down. Annette, you've taken workshops with him. Have you taken workshops in real time with Will? With Tim Wilmot? With Tim Wilmot? I can't remember if you'd done a retreat. And Heike, have you done a retreat with him? All right, let's go pink, and I'm gonna just look at where his eyes are and make sure that I get the right shape. Oh, I think his eye could have been a little bit further over. Slightly wider, his eyes. Here it is. I was looking for you yesterday. My little black wing. It's funny that pupillary distance means, and means a lot in a face. So I will be going wider. And that says, I did a in-person workshop with him in the Netherlands 2 years ago. It was great. I do remember you doing that. Okay. His face has to grow. This is where everything I need now is I have to adjust so that everything fits. So because I widened his eye slightly over there, I have to adjust this side. Also his ear, to adjust that. And then his shirt, I have to adjust that. We will get there eventually. It may end up a lot bigger on the page, but oh, the flowers for today. I'm sure you guys are doing like this is a flower month, and I have been doing a lot of portraits. The flowers of today, are from Esti, from Mexico City, and they're beautiful. So yeah, I will be getting those in today as well. Let's just do that. We still have half an hour. I may have a little bit longer than, because I think we have to leave at 7:15. Okay, going back to Tim Wilmot. Annette says, I'm a member of his Patreon for several years. He offers monthly Patreon, only live workshops, and a subject discussion a day before. There is an addition, one member organized live where we discuss, okay, materials, techniques, and books. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you? I thought Heike had done one, but maybe not. This area is all white, and his ear is actually a little bit above there. I think I'm okay on this side, but I don't have to do too much here. So tomorrow we will meet on Zoom. We can discuss a little bit more about the month ahead. You can tell us your ideas and what you want to do. I will set up a discussion, a chat thread on Substack for the month of June, so we can, because I've been slacking a little bit in adding portraits. Sorry everybody, with the flowers, but I will catch up on that. I think it's really nice to be able to add and see people's images, because not everybody posts on social media, so it's nice to have that. I have really enjoyed working with the newer colors for these portraits though. Like I feel like I'm using them a little bit differently to how I would usually, and almost like a pencil crayon, but they're a little bit softer. But I haven't been, my hands haven't been hurting, so that's really good. So it's good to, but I haven't used water with them, and maybe that'll be the next thing. I don't know what material to use for next month. I do like the idea of using paint. I don't know which substrate to use. Good morning, Reb. Jen says, doing well, different summer schedule now. Oh yes. Annette says, but as here, I don't have much time to participate. Yeah, I know. You've been working really crazy hours. Annette says, oh, and I forgot, he offers one public workshop per month over on Crowdcast. Thank you. Good morning, Martina. How are you? It's so lovely to have a lot of OGs here this morning. And we are drawing Tim Wilmot. Look up Tim Wilmot's garden and be amazed. Like, be amazed. Incredible. Annette messaged me and said, if you want somebody else who's a gardener, look at this video of Tim Wilmot's garden, and it was incredible. It's like he's in England, right, Annette? Annette says, hello, Martina. Yeah, he's in England. All right, we are doing Estee's flower today. Let me just, I think I'm good with him. I'm going to use my 14B and just get some detail on, and then I am going to start with the flowers. And look at the time. We're doing so great with time today. Maybe I should just start at this time every morning. I think I would lose you all. Well, not Europe, but North America, I would definitely. Everyone's probably like, oh, I'm so sleepy. Okay. I can probably add a little bit of this. You know, I like the 14B, but sometimes it's a little bit too harsh. So I'm going to try and use some colors from my Neo colors to do this as well. These are supposed to be level. His eyes were supposed to be level. Sorry, that's one thing. I think this early in the morning I probably am not as chatty. Maybe I should do these mornings earlier. It is a very flat photo, so I'm trying to build it up where I can. And I want to get this straight over here. This eye has been changing and moving. This needs to be up. Great thing about Neocolor is that you can go over. You can go over them and over them. I think his eyes are quite far apart. I could have done them a little bit further, I think. Now this one is a little bit flat. Let's lift the top here. Goodness, who knew eyes could take so long to do? And I'll have a Neocolor in my hand that I've completely forgotten about, and it will have melted. Okay, we're getting there, slowly, slowly, slowly. I we'll get to the flowers. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Yeah, he's got a good little smirk. I know it's early for everybody. Martina says, for me, the eyes are the most important feature in a portrait. I think so too. They kind of bring the soul of the person to the portrait. So if you don't capture the eyes, then you don't really capture the who. And I know that I have to bring this down, and I have to bring this out. Sorry, Tim, your face is widening as we move through it. It's the eyes. If I had done the eyes a little bit smaller, then everything would have fit probably better. Okay. See, there's not much shadow at all. I don't know why I chose this photo. There weren't many photos of him. This is the one from his website. So that's the one I chose. I was trying to pause the video and get one from there, but he was moving around too much. I couldn't get him. All right, I think there is a small resemblance there, so I'm going to get on with the flowers. I can raise this a little. Whoops. Julia says, is he a gardener too? Oh yes, Julia. Do a search for Tim Wilmot artist garden. Like, his personal garden is fabulous. Like, I want to draw from it. Or I want to paint from it. It's beautiful. So beautiful. Must be so early in the morning there. It is a little bit early. Yes, what happened there? We had to meet an hour early because I have to take my daughter to the station this morning. So instead of just canceling, I just thought, oh, I'll just get up an hour early. So, okay. I do have other flowers that I want to bring into this. And don't mind the fluorescent right now. It's going to get duller, but I just want to get the shape, and then I'll go over with other colors. So this was from a picture. Was this in Mexico City? Esty? Esty just got back from a trip to Mexico to see her son in Mexico City, if you didn't know that. We had a really lovely drawing session, meet, a paint and draw in Mexico with her recently, and so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. His hair does need to come up a little bit further, but I just want to get the flowers behind there. And I think I'm going to go with the gray. How are we doing for time? 13 minutes. Pretty good. I can go 10 minutes over, I think. Essie says yes, Mexico City. Is it they're reading a book? Something is there reading a book, but everything around was much more interesting. I know, it's definitely, well, I haven't been to Mexico City, but I know that whenever you're in a new city, I feel like people watching in a new city is just the best. Heike, are you working today? Is Heike still here? Okay, let me just go in a little bit with this, so it's not all samey. no work today because of, oh yes, you have a holiday. Julia says, just looked, his garden is amazing. It looks quite tropical for the UK. I know. Is it in the UK? I think it is, because you look at the, but how does, okay, he did say in the video that he takes all his plants into the greenhouse for the winter. Can you imagine? That's a lot of work. Okay. There was, okay, let me finish this one, and then I'm going to, there are some other flowers that I would like to put on his shirt. Yeah, if you haven't already, look up Tim Wilmot personal garden or garden. Like, he is a crazy gardener. Like, that's a passion. Like, he's an amazing artist, amazing watercolorist. But you can tell he's an artist in his gardening hobby, passion. Like, that's, I don't know, that's a full-time job in itself, that garden. Gosh, I'm excited that my orchids have come back, and I've got like 3 orchids. He's got a rainforest in his garden. Melissa says, I saw some of his watercolors of his garden. Oh gosh, you have to check his video. And Nat says it's near Bristol in Yate. Okay. And C says, looking forward to seeing the garden. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Okay, where are all my yellows? Don't know where they've all gone. I need to... Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Oh! Okay, this is what happened the last time as well, and I was just thinking that before I came on live. I have to remember to talk about what's happening today, because it's Thursday. It's art hang party, and Melissa's drawing, or she has like a whole library of jellyfish today. That's her theme. Okay, I almost forgot. Remember when I came on early that one time? I think it was a Thursday as well, and I forgot to mention anything about what was happening in the day. Is there anything else other than my last day of Zimbabwe today? Is there anything else happening? Today is the last day of the virtual art retreat, and then we will be taking a little bit of a break. I am compiling a list of workshops for the summer. New, fresh, summer inspired. So think of sea, sand, hiking, cocktails. It's gonna embrace summer, and I'm so sorry for those of you in Australia, but you can live through summer with us. There you go. I know you're going into winter. How is it over there now? And Julia, you in Melbourne? So what is the weather in the winter like over there? We have Nick here who is in Victoria. I'm always curious, because, you know, your winters could be like how our winters were in Spain when I was living in Spain. I know that it's not really like here in Canada. Okay, those are very bright. I want to, wonder if this is going to show up. Yeah, it does. I just want to break up the background here. Nick says, we have had floods in some part of Australia. Oh no. And Nick says, but we have the heater on here today. Ooh. And Julia says, yes, Melbourne is the capital of Victoria. Oh yes. It's cold, but not really cold. No snow, plus we can head to Queensland for some warmth, for some break. Oh, true. 5 degrees overnight. Okay. But you know what? It's not that much warmer here. Like, we're not getting our heat yet, which I'm okay with. Some people are like, when is summer coming? But I'm okay with not having it too hot here. So Melissa says, yes, jellyfish will be fun. Do we have weekend meetups? Melissa says, Friday tomorrow, 3 p.m. Char's color mixing session. Yeah, I'm doing another color mixing session part 2, where we actually will be building the scene with the color mixing. And then Sunday, Melissa, thank you, is the start of June. So we're doing day 1. And I'm going to be doing mine. You guys can do yours. So it'll be more like a catch up and chat, but I'll show you what I'm up to in mine. Okay, I just saw the time. I just feel like it needs a little bit more contrast in some of these areas. Sometimes without the contrast, like there's no movement, so I like adding a little bit. It doesn't even have to make sense. But like, for example, this little area it changed it a lot. The flower really doesn't look like that flower, but that's okay. Yeah, that's about our weather right now in Toronto. Yeah. We're in Melbourne, Julia. I am in Flemington. And Julia says, I'm in Chelsea. My sister lives in Ascot Vale. Is that close? Are you guys close? C says, nothing on Saturday. I have a graduation. No, nothing on Saturday, C. Oh, Melissa says, Debbie Draws Funny has a Patreon Zoom session at 11 on Saturday. You can sign up for 7-day free trial and draw weird flowers. Julia says, Nicole, not sure that Chelsea classifies as Melbourne. Haha. It's a bit far out. And C says, I'm going to try and not get lost in spite of likely detours. That's a really good idea. C. All right, let me pull up the Padlet because I want to have a look at the other flowers. I missed a couple. The blue passion flower is gorgeous. I think I missed. Did I miss any? Maybe I didn't miss any. I don't know if I did corollas. I think I'm going to do some of these. They're pretty. Okay. Whoops. we'll just get, and this will bring a little bit of the yellow down here. I'm not sure what happened with that pencil. I mean, we don't have too much of room here down here, so. But just to get something on his jacket. I could have just done blank, but we have tried to do florals on the clothes as well as the background. Okay, 7:01, I have to keep an eye on the clock. Not sure if Tim's really a purple wearing floral sweater guy. Thank you, Annette, for introducing us to Tim Wilmot's garden. It's pretty spectacular. All right, a few little changes here. Let's go back to Tim. And get some depth into his shirt and what he's wearing. Shadows on his neck. Um, he's gonna love this. I'm not sure. I hope so. I feel like, I don't know, he I don't know if I've really caught him, but I just think of my dad and how he does not love paintings of him, like of himself. Like I feel like there's, as you get older, there's a lot less how should I say, what you knew you looked like in your early days, and then you suddenly not, and then an artist goes and draws you. I don't know. Does he do many self-portraits of himself, Annette? I feel like if he did some self-portraits of himself, then he'd maybe like used to seeing himself drawn. I don't know. Annette, have you ever done a portrait of Tim Wilmot? Are there any portraits of, like, painted portraits of Tim Wilmot out there? I'm sure he's done some self-portraits. Oh. But thank you for the compliment anyway. See, that's nice. Nice that you think that he will like it. I hope that people like their portraits, but I do understand that there is that whole weirdness of seeing yourself that somebody else has drawn you, that you probably look at and go, is that what I look like? Right? Like it just, I'm going to take this back a bit because that was way too bright. I just looked up on the screen. I'm like, woo, that is bright there. Yeah, so you just don't know what people are what they're gonna think. Pencil marks. You have to be careful. Sometimes they can be too much. And like, for example, here, I don't think that needs to be as defined. All right, I can go in here a little bit more. Well, thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate you turning up, even though it's an hour earlier. Now you can all go back to bed, those of you who woke up early. Oh, wrong pencil. And I will try and find the link to that video as well and just put it in the chat on Substack and Patreon, or Instagram chat, so you can take a look at his garden. It's pretty impressive. All right, I think I'm done. I know that I can, there's probably areas that I can do a little bit more with. Like extending this over here, his hair, and here, making it a little bit wider. I gotta go. You have to be careful. Putting new colors over 14B doesn't really work very well. Yeah. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, and did you see my new, what is it called? Card for my YouTube? I have to figure out how to get it at the beginning of each video. But Maria from Ohio, she made that for me, and I thought it was pretty special. So thank you, Maria. All right, have a really good day. I will see you guys soon. Annette says, but I love it. What a colorful portrait of a gardener. I'm sure he will love it. Thank you. Annette says he mainly paints landscapes and urbanscapes. I don't know if he ever did portraits. And okay, so I've missed a few, what everyone's saying. Oh, the smirk in the eye says yes to the purple. Thank you. C says, I've been looking for my phone. I'm watching. Oh, for my phone. I'm watching on my phone. LOL. Oh, it's early, C. And Nick says, glad to join you today. I needed to shake off a crappy day. Oh, I'm so sorry. Feeling better now. That's good. And C says he's going to love it. C says, good for the soul, Nick. Hope your day continues to go better. Nick's going to bed, like it's late for her. And Martina says it suits him very well. Jen says, learning my quiet mornings painting in the kitchen are now shared with my daughter, prepping breakfast and lunch for work. Thankful and shifting myself to be productive. Well, Jen, we are an hour earlier, so it may be, she may have gone to work already normally. Melissa D says, oh, Melly. Melissa. Oh, okay, that's Melly. Thanks, Char. Looks great. Have a good day, everyone. Melissa says, something really honest in a good portrait. Thank you. And Nick says, oh my God, it was stressful giving my mother-in-law a portrait recently. It's hard. It really is hard. My mom never loves the images that I do of her. Only the younger ones that if I take a young photo of her and do one from her. Yeah, did she like it, Nick? Nick says, enjoy C, sounds nice. Oh, Nick says, well, she is nice, so she said she liked it. And Susan says, no doubt he will appreciate the artistry, whether or not he loves seeing himself through the eyes of another artist. That's true. C says she's going for a long walk, then work on my 100 days or dig in the garden. You know, it's raining here again. And Melissa says, thumbnail. Yes. Thumbnail. Okay. Did I? Oh, it's called a thumbnail? Okay. Thank you. I thought it was called a skin, but it's not a skin. So that's a thumbnail, what goes in the beginning, I think. And then I have an end one as well. I don't have any music with mine though. Annette says it looks great. And made by Reb says, bye, safe travels. Thank you so much. Oh, your video image. Yeah, thumbnail. Okay. Oh, I should put his name. So this is Tim Wilmot. And thank you all for joining during Mayflowers. I feel like it was a really successful... Hang on, I've got to think. I can't write and talk. Really successful month in the fact that you guys all showed up. We did a whole bunch of flowers, and yeah, I think it's been a good month. So thank you. I have enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to next month being a little bit calmer. I always do this. I always say, oh, it's going to be, I mean, even abstract month was really crazy. But yeah, Nick says you made a great collection. Yeah, I'm happy with them. It's been really good practice, and doing using different materials as well, but being consistent in my materials daily, I think has really helped. So I may think about that for the month of June, just to be consistent in my material choices so that I improve on my color mixing through those materials. And I'm just trying to think what I could use that I have a lot of. I mean, watercolors. I haven't done watercolors for a long time, and that piece that I did the other day, let me show you. Oh my goodness, I've got an avalanche going on. This piece, which is from this sketch, which is with this. So I'm just going to quickly show you this color palette inspiration. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to sketch a whole bunch of either room portraits or still lifes, and then I will take my color palette and just my sketch instead of having a photo. I think that's a really nice idea, because it gives it a looseness. Like, I didn't look at the reference photo at all for this. I just looked at my sketch, which I did of the reference photo. And I think it has a little bit of a It's not, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm really looking for colors. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's only taken me 2 weeks to figure out, but yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. I got to go.